Hello, new friend. I friended you back. I went to your page to see more about you and I saw you were Tlingit. I hope I said Tlingit correctly. And I wanted to address the book that you showed interest in. I don't know if you thought Indian occultism represented indigenous nations, but he was actually meaning India as in India. And I will be sharing many passages of this book in the coming weeks. I will be going live and sharing actual passages out loud. You should know that I will be pretty heavily roasting this book. It's not just going to be me sharing probably pretty essentially effective information that I know a lot of people can put into place, but it is heavily Christian flavored. There's a very deep Christian flavor to this. This is more like Christian witchcraft. Even though he called it Hindu occultism, I've studied the Hindu religion and Tibetan Buddhism for I think 20 years now, and none of that is in here, even though he made claims that that was in here. It's more along the lines of Solomon seals, talismanic magic, sorcery, so it's still going to be interesting. But when I said I'll be roasting it, I mean I've already read a lot of these spells in here and they're not necessarily ethical or good. And I'm going to read you a passage from this book. Before I do, to give you an idea of the flavor, I wanted to share something I thought was way more cool with you. Because when I went to your page and I saw that you were teaching people Tlingit, I wanted to show you my Hopi dictionary. It's a big fat dictionary. I know more Lakota than Hopi. I have more access to my Lakota friends. And they are very, very forthcoming with teaching me Lakota, which is beautiful, and I love them for it. I was learning Hopi because I was in love with a beautiful Hopi man who was going to be my husband, but he unfortunately passed. He's no longer with us. He's dancing in the stars. So with that being said, I'm going to read you a passage in this book, and it will give other people who are also interested another layer of flavor, because I have one spell already posted and it's about frogs. This guy did not like frogs. He did not like frogs. Anyway, here we go. This is what he says, okay? So this passage is Roger Bacon, commonly called Friar Bacon. Roger Bacon, an Englishman and a Franciscan friar, lived in the 13th century. He was a great astrologer, chemist, mathematician, and magician. There runs a tradition in English annals that this friar made a brazen head under the rising of the planet Saturn, which spake with a man's voice and gave responses to all his questions. Francis Pica says that he read in a book wrote by Bacon that a man might foretell things to come by means of a mirror. So you could find things out by consecrating a mirror, which, yes,